Macallan. It's one of the world's finest single malt Scotch whiskies, and it's distilled and matured here. High on a hill overlooking the River Spey in Craigellachie, Scotland. With over 900,000 cases produced each year, Macallan whisky is today the most popular and most sought after. Macallan's success lies in a unique and carefully refined process of distillation and bonded maturation, using these seasoned sherry and bourbon wood casks. Since the 19th century, the Macallan approach has remained the same. Founded by Alexander Reid in 1824, the distillery deservedly has lasted the test of time, and whilst maintaining its traditions, has fully embraced today's more advanced modern technologies. A global supplier of single malt Scotch whisky, it's an impressive operation, on a very impressive, ever-increasing scale. Allowing whisky to mature over time is really important. At least 12 years. Storage is a major consideration. There are 3 parts or cells to every one of these new warehouses, each cell providing 2,000 square metres capable of storing 23,000 butts or puncheons and 8,000 hogsheads. A staggering 13,400,000 litres of spirit can be held. Macallan's future storage needs are highly specialised and important. What matters most is working hand in hand with a true industry expert. Link 51. Link 51 caters for all kinds of storage requirements for all kinds of industries. But for distilleries like this, the requirements are unique. George Mackenzie is Chief Engineer for Macallan.
Business is good, and the malt whisky sector has taken off. And we recently expanded this site from 6.5 million litres to now almost 10 million litres. Now, obviously, that whisky then has to be stored somewhere while it matures, and we chose then to build warehouses here on Speyside rather than transport it down to a central belt location. And we've chosen to do racked warehouses. The way Macallan's matured is quite specific, and we do need access to individual casks. So therefore we need a walkway between every second one to allow us to get access one on either side of the walkway. Link 51 offered this modular design, and of course along with that modular design came a very real cost saving. And we were a bit sceptical to begin with, but having looked at some of the other sites, especially our North British site, where it did seem to work, yeah, and we were quite happy with the result. Rolling casks in and out of a rack is quite a specific requirement for that. The runners have to be this initial point loading as the cask comes off the forklift onto the rails has to be right. The angle of the rails has to be right so that the casks will roll in straight. A lot of design went into that, and particular attention paid to the safety of the rack to make sure that once the cask was in, it couldn't then roll out again. So there was some design made on the automatic stops for the end of the rack.
A wholly owned subsidiary of the Edrington Group, Macallan depends on both practical and commercially adept solutions. It may look like your average racking, but the fact is, Link 51's installation is actually very specialised.
The process first started probably back in 2001 when we were first asked to have a look at designing a bespoke system for casks. No one else had done this before. Traditionally, the racking in a cask warehouse was angled, was welded angle, put together. But this time they were looking for something a bit more modern, something that they could actually take from one warehouse to the other, if possible, take down, rebuild, etc. Where we came up with a design that kept the traditional method of rolling the cask into the racking, but did that with a conventional racking system. Also, they've been designed to take into consideration of the weight of the casks when fully loaded, to keep the cask running in a straight line. We built a prototype at the North British Distillery in Arriwell, and we tweaked the system. We got the guys who put the casks in here, and we got them to use it and get their thoughts on it, and then revamped bracing structures, then also rails and clear entries. You probably have to know about all the different types of casks, as they call them. These ones here are hogsheads, which generally Macallan Distillery has hogsheads, butts or puncheons. A hogshead will take about 250 litres of spirit, where butts and puncheons will hold about 500 litres. I mean, one of the other points about a rack system is that there's such a thing called the angel's share, because you'll lose a percentage out of the cask on its lifetime. But being a racked position such as this, they lose less to the angel.
It's simply incredible. This gigantic storage facility is where the whisky of tomorrow will come from. It's practical, modern, safe and secure, just the way Macallan like it. But you know what? When you put all the steelwork and nuts and engineering aside, there's one thing that made all of this simply world-class: teamwork.
We've built up a relationship with Link 51 now over, I suppose, 5 years now. It's the whole understanding that Link 51 have of our requirements, and quite specific requirements. This latest round of warehouse construction has went sweet as a nut, really. There's been no problems, and from initial design through to the costing, to the installation, and then ongoing maintenance and inspection of the racking.
We come on site once a year and do an annual inspection on the racking and just check that any dents or whatever have been in the racking, replace the uprights, what we need. But because really it's only ever used once to put the whisky in and once to come out, there's very little maintenance required.
We look for good access between the casks. Obviously it has to be structurally sound. We get that through calculation from Link 51's design team. And then the ongoing inspection by Link 51 ensures that is fit for purpose in the years to come.
I suppose we describe ourselves at Link 51 as a safe pair of hands. We will turn up on time, we'll build the rack in on time, and we'll leave them with a safe installation, which will be finished on time. And I think the people at Macallan know that. Putting the installation in, having the experience of that, and finishing on time is what Link 51 do, and that's why we offer them a safe pair of hands.
Distillation and bonded maturation is not only an art, but it's a vibrant industry too. And as Macallan moves forward with Link 51 as a key supplier, the future for this whisky brand is very promising indeed.
Link 51, I think, has given us the racking system that we're looking for, and we're quite fussy what we want. So no, it's given us exactly what we want, and I have indeed recommended Link 51 to other industry users.
When you mention the name Macallan to people, I'm going up to the Macallan Distillery, we're doing some work up there, people's ears certainly prick up. It certainly is a good name to be working with.
For more information on Link 51's products and services, visit our website, link51.com. Cheers, and thanks for watching.